It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The 40. Past the 20.
He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, Eagles. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The slot man in motion right.
Looking to throw right away. Pickett.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pickett.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Pickett sets up play action.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at about the 32.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled that time by a count of Witherspoon. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch,
and the Eagles have taken the lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Taken in at the 22. Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Austin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. On the give, this is Harris. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10,
Pickett finds Pickens outright.
they do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pickett finding Pickens for another catch.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett completes Austin here over the middle.
And some space here.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on second and long.
Pickett.
He finds Austin complete.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
Flush to his right. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run here with Sanders. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Hurts will throw.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a while.
And, my goodness, another interception.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got Watkins on the out route.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
slot man moves right. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this moment. No, okay.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Completes it to Austin. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. He finds his man, complete. It's Austin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. With Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Miles Jack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set. Come back in. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Throwing is Hurts.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and that will force a turnover on downs. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Pickett.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from Mexico City.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
On play action, Mills.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Opening carry of the game here for Rex Burkhead. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Fourth down, Mills.
That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
They go play action. Mills.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Mills.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 25-yard line.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Burkhead fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mills now.
Just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break out 4th.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Moore from 8 yards out.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The slot man in motion right.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run again with Harris.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now Pickett will look to pass it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Austin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
2nd and 11 at the 41. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches.
Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He finds his man complete. It's Warren.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run on 1st down. Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd and very short, Mills being chased out left.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
try to pick it up on the ground with Burkhead. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mills to throw it.
Steps away. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mills. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and going into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here's Pickett.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Pickett sets up play action.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Wise play by Pickett, sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the give, this is Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Pickett.
And he's got his target, Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
36 yards.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Brandon Cooks, touchdown!
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On first down, Warren, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Off play action, Pickett.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
3rd and long for Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mills.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
To throw, Mills.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Austin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Slot man moves right.
Pickett now on 1st down. And this one too low. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
He finds Austin complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 33.
Third and 2, Pickett.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, we have seen in NFL history some punters that could also throw the football, but here, that fake punt, total disaster, leads to 6 points the other way.
Yeah, Brandon, a lot of quarterbacks, they used to do double duty as punters as well, and you as an historian of the game remember that. Nowadays, we don't see it at all. And judging by that throw, I don't think he's going to get too many more opportunities to put the ball in the air.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A give to Burkhead on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they run with Burkhead. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Mills.
Eluding the pressure right.
Into the hands of Cooks.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Burkhead going to run straight ahead here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Mills back to throw.
Philip Dorsett hauls it in.
On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A game-winning field goal will be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, a give to Burkhead. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.